Good day. Welcome to Lawyer Up by NDV Law. This is Attorney Nikki de Vega, Managing Partner of Nicolas and de Vega Law Offices. Well, in today's video, I will talk about the process of terminating or firing an employee based on loss of trust and confidence. Well, trust, they say, is a very important word that takes years to build, but only seconds to destroy. Some believe that trust, once lost, can never be regained. In fact, the Philippine Labor Code allows the termination of an employee based on loss of trust and confidence. Article 297 of the Labor Code provides that an employer may terminate an employee or employment for willful breach by the employee of the trust reposed in him by his employer or duly authorized representative. So let me give you the requisites for dismissing an employee based on loss of trust and confidence. Well, first, the employee concerned must be holding a position of trust and confidence, of course. And second, there must be an act that would justify the loss of trust and confidence. So let's go to the first requisite. The loss of confidence as a just cause for termination is premised from the fact that an employee concerned holds that position of trust. This situation applies where a person is entrusted with confidence on delicate matters such as, let's say, custody, handling, or care or protection of the employer's property. However, in order to constitute a just cause for dismissal, the act complained of must be work-related, such would show that the employee concerned will be unfit to continue working for the employer. So there are two types of positions in which trust and confidence are reposed by the employer. Well, traditionally the managerial employees, and there are certain fiduciary rank and file employees, such as cashier, bank teller, sales supervisor, salesman manager, and the like. Let's go to the second requisite. The loss of trust and confidence to be a valid cause for dismissal must be based on willful breach of trust founded on clearly established facts. So the key word here would be willful. The basis for the dismissal must be clearly and convincingly established, but you don't need to establish it by proof beyond reasonable doubt because that applies to criminal cases. So let's say in case of managerial employees, there must be some basis for such loss of confidence, such as when the employer has reasonable ground to believe that the employee is responsible for the purported misconduct, and the nature of his participation therein renders him unworthy of the trust and confidence demanded by his position. So that is a substantive ground. Now, for that dismissal to be valid, the loss of trust and confidence should not be simulated. It cannot be used as a subterfuge for causes which are improper, illegal, or unjustified, or arbitrarily asserted even in the face of overwhelming evidence to the contrary, or a mere afterthought to justify earlier action taken in bad faith. So in short, hindi siya pwedeng palusot. Okay? So the law requires, aside from the substantive due process, there is a procedural due process. So if you want to remove an employee based on loss of trust and confidence, you must give a written notice to the employee and specify the grounds. And you must give that employee reasonable opportunity, or 5 days, at least 5 days, within which to explain his side. Then next, there must be some hearing or conference in which you allow that employee to explain. And if he wants to bring counsel, yes, he can. And finally, a written notice of termination served on the employee indicating due consideration and the grounds to justify his termination. So it must be borne in mind that if you fail to observe the process and requirements that I just mentioned, you run the risk of being sued for illegal dismissal. Okay? And if an employee is unjustly dismissed, he shall be entitled to reinstatement without loss of seniority rights and other privileges, to his full back wages, inclusive of allowances and other monetary benefits computed from the time that compensation was withheld from him. So make sure to do it properly. So this is how to terminate employment based on loss of trust and confidence. Well, if this video has been helpful, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button. You can also visit our website ndvlaw.com. Again, this is Atty. Nikki de Vega, Managing Partner of Nicolas and de Vega Law Offices. And thank you for watching Lawyer Up by NDV Law.